Hello, welcome to Recharge. We're going to take it nice and slow and easy today. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. We'll get into some breath work and then we'll get moving into our stretch. So sit nice and tall, however is comfortable for you, shoulders back and down. I'm going to inhale, filling the lungs, filling the belly. Take about 5-6 nice deep breaths to just ground yourself. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Make it audible so you can hear it, so you can let your body know that it's time to relax. So take some deep breaths. Just slow it down. Give me one more really big breath. Nice work. So we're going to go straight from the top to the bottom. So we're going to just dip our head to the side here, opening up the neck. And if you aren't feeling anything you want added, you can always just place your hand right on top of your head, not pulling it down, of course, just letting the natural weight help your neck stretch out. And then while we're here, we can even turn our chin towards the same direction, really opening up the muscles in the neck. We spend a lot of time looking down at our phones or looking at our laptops, working from home and stuff, so our neck sometimes doesn't get enough of a stretch break, so this is really good. Just breathe into these movements here. Really think about the oxygen going into those spaces. And then go ahead and switch sides. And just sit here for a second, and then we'll start lifting our chin. Make sure you're still sitting with a straight back here as well, so we don't want to be slouching. That's not really going to do anything for our stretch. And go ahead and lift that chin. You can really feel how tight these muscles can get. Okay, we can bring it up. And we'll just do some rainbows with our nose. So we're going that way. Think about drawing with your nose. That way you're not just swiveling your neck all over the place. So taking our nose and going from side to side. Really going from each side all the way up and all the way over. And then taking it right down and going back and forth that way. and then just nodding no. Keep breathing here. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do these gentle movements with with a real breath. So really be mindful of that. And we're going to take our right arm and cross it over our chest. And then you can drop that ear if you'd like a little bit more. You really want to feel that nice stretch along the back side of that shoulder. Really breathe deep here. Try to relax into the stretch. And we can switch sides. And we can go ahead and bring the arms behind us, interlocking. And just pick up the arms as high as we can till we feel that nice stretch in our bicep. And if you'd like to come all the way over, you can. Just let the arms drop. And come back down. And we'll go ahead and take our hand, bend it back. And let's switch sides. And we'll interlock again, but in front, and we'll just arch our back, bring our chin to our chest, pushing out that back body. And release, and we'll actually come onto all fours. And we're going to take our palms and gently push put the backs of our hands on the ground. So we want the inside of our elbow to turn out. So if you were to bend, your elbow would be facing behind you, protecting that wrist. And we just want to get our knees right next to the tips of our fingers, and then just sit back a little bit, feeling the stretch in that wrist. So we're not trying to put too much pressure on the wrist or anything here. We really just want to feel that stretch and want to make sure that our elbows are facing behind us and not out to the side, so you can actually feel that stretch. And then we just pull back a little bit, and you will feel it immediately. But again, if you have any pain or anything like that, you can back off. Okay, and you can release them, and we'll do circles in one direction, and circles in the other direction. And then we're here, hips on our feet, and we'll just slowly walk it out, really stretching those arms as far as we can, really wanting to elongate our spine, get oxygen into all the vertebrae, and separating our fingers and really pushing through our fingers as well. And now we can take our hands and go to the side and really stretch our hands out to the side. Breathing deep here, breathing into our belly and our lungs as well. And then bringing them all the way back behind us, palms up, and curling as small as we can into a ball, getting a nice compression, stretching those arms out. Okay, go ahead and come up nice and slow. You can stay on your knees and the tops of your feet if you'd like. Come back to your comfortable seat here. And we're going to just take our left hand, bring it over, and grab with our right, and just lean and open that side body. Really pull that left shoulder back, so we don't want to be going forward. We want to keep that arm stacked right next to our ear. And even if you want to gaze up, you can. And if this is too much for you, you can bring your right arm down and just reach over that way. So you got a couple of options. Really stretching that hand, getting in the nice oxygen in the side of that body. And come back up. And we'll stretch on the other side. So you'll either be here, if you feel it there, just making sure that that arm is right over next to our ear, not going forward, keeping that shoulder back, or you're down and you're stretching all the way down. Just make sure that hip on the right hand side stays down as well. Really breathe into it. And come back up. And we'll do a simple seated twist here. Go ahead and take that right arm onto the left knee, and we'll just turn gently. Do a couple of twists before this is over. Since we're about right, we can get one now. And gently switch to the other side. And we'll go ahead and get into our butterfly pose. So bottoms of the feet together. And you can take your thumbs and give your arches a nice little massage here. And make sure we try to get our feet as close as possible to our groin, but it's not necessary. It just depends on your range of motion. So we'll keep that back straight, shoulders back and down. And we'll just slowly lean forward, trying to keep our back nice and straight, neutral spine, as we use our elbows to press down onto our legs, really opening up that lower back and our groin area. And we want to make sure that we're not scrunching our shoulders. They're still back and down, and we're forward, and we're just using that strength to push our knees down. And with each exhale, just try to bring your chest a little bit more up and out, and also coming lower at the same time. And coming back up. And then this time we will curl, bringing our chin into our chest and curl down. And slowly roll it back up. And we'll go ahead and press our feet out and go ahead and lay it down. Okay, put our hands overhead and just think that someone's pulling you from both ends and really just stretch it out. Just get comfortable here in this position on the ground. And relax. Go ahead and bring your knees up, and we'll take our right leg over our left knee. If capable, we will thread through that leg and just wrap our hands around that thigh of that left leg and just gently pull that leg in, really opening up that right hip. For extra, if you would like, you can, as you are holding onto your leg, use that elbow to push that right knee back, and that will really help you feel it a little bit more. And remember, if you feel any pain or anything, then back it off. You don't have to force yourself. The point of stretching is to get more oxygen to your muscles and just get your blood circulated. And we don't want to cause injury. So it's not supposed to be easy, but you're not supposed to hurt yourself either. And we'll go ahead and drop that foot. Keep that right knee up. Bring it into your chest. And you can do some, I guess this is rolls with your hip joint here. And we'll go into a stretch, taking the right hand to the outside of the foot and just trying to bring that knee to the ground, really opening that hip. Make sure this leg is grounded. So you're pushing into the ground with your left leg. Feet are flexed towards your face, and you're driving that knee into the ground on the right side. Gently release, and we'll take it over for a spinal twist. Hands out, and we're looking the opposite direction of our leg. And bring it back, and we're just gonna hold behind our right leg and stretch it up and try to bring it closer to our head. Wherever we feel that stretch on the back of the leg, that's where you can stop. Just want to get a nice stretch. Make sure that foot is flexed so you can really feel those muscles stretching your calf, your hamstrings. And then release, drop the leg nice and slow. And just kind of feel the difference in how your hip all the way down to your toes feel. And then we will bring that leg back up. Put the left leg over the right knee and bring it in. Go ahead and drop that leg. And we will keep this leg up and do some nice little rotations here. Using that left hand, going on the outside of that left leg, bringing it up. Remember, we're having strength in this leg, pushing it down to the ground and flexing those toes. And we're bringing this left knee into the ground. Really opening that hip up. And release gently. And we will take it straight over into our twist. And we'll come back, grasp the back of the leg, stretch it up, flex those toes, and bring it as close to your face as possible. We don't want to fight with it. We just want to feel that stretch and hold where that stretch is. And bring it down nice and slow. And just relax the legs, shake them out a little bit. And we'll bring both knees in. Nice deep breaths here. Go ahead and turn the ankles. So turn them in one direction. And then turn them in the other direction. And feel the muscles in your shins working. Body is very complex, but it is our body, so it's great to know how it functions, all the little pieces and parts. Really bringing those knees in. And then doing some lower back massage circles. And then switching directions, going the other way. And we'll bring them both straight up into the air, flexing those toes. And we'll do a nice little 10-second lowering of our legs. So we'll start at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hover, hold it, and 1, let down. Good job. Okay, and then we'll actually turn over on to our bellies. And we will put our hands right underneath our shoulders and make sure our elbows are facing back, so we don't want them chicken winged out like that. We want them back. And we want to just take a nice big inhale and press our chest forward and up. So make sure that neck is neutral. And then when you're ready, release. And then take another big inhale and push all the way up as far as you can go. Really opening up that abdominal wall. This gives you issues in your lower back, then just take it down a little bit. Just go until you feel the stretch. And come back down. And we'll stick our left arm out right next to us. And we will slowly turn our body so that we're feeling stretch in our shoulder. And if that's not enough, you can bring that right leg up to add a little bit more of a stretch. And then if you have the range of motion, you can let that other arm fall behind or you can take it overhead. And we'll bring that arm back down, lower that knee, turn slowly back onto our bellies, and we'll switch arms. So now the right arm is out, and we're going to turn facing opposite direction, leg up if you need extra, and this arm can be overhead. Opening up that chest and that shoulder. And we're slowly dropping that leg, bring that arm back, coming onto that belly, and then shaking out those shoulders a little bit from that stretch. And we'll go ahead and pick our feet up, and we'll reach around to grab our feet. And if you need a belt or a towel here, you can use that as well. And we're just going to hold on to our legs and really feel that stretch in our quads. If you want extra, if you're not feeling this, you can go ahead and lift your chest up a little bit and reach lower on your leg, and that will help you to pull your feet closer to your glutes and get more of the stretch in those quads. And we'll go up to a bow using your inhale, lifting that chest and coming back down nice and gentle. We'll do 2 more and come back down. Last one. Kicking those feet into those hands and coming back down. Nice job. And we will drop one leg and use both hands to pull that foot in. And bring the other leg up. And we can go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. And we'll come up onto all fours. And we'll push through those shoulders, arms right under, wrists right underneath the shoulders. And we're going to tuck that chin, arch that back, tuck that tailbone. Pretend that we're trying to push our belly button through toward the back of our spine. And then release those shoulders. Open up those glutes. Push that chest forward. Drop that belly. And then reverse it. Come back down. And one more time in this posture. And we'll go ahead and take a seat. And just take some time here for yourself today to just breathe deep and get in tune with your body. Your body knows what it needs. Just listen to your gut. Thank you for joining me for Recharge today, guys. You have the greatest Wednesday ever. I'll see you around.